Today I'm going to play a piece for you by the Norwegian composer Edvard Grieg. He was born in Bergen on the west coast of Norway in 1843, and in his life he achieved remarkable fame throughout Europe. That's quite a feat for someone born in a city far removed from the cultural capitals of Europe. This piece, called French Serenade, was composed in 1895 at about the same time that the Dreyfus Affair began in France. For those of you who don't know about the Dreyfus Affair, it revolved around Alfred Dreyfus, a member of the French military and a man of Jewish ancestry, who was wrongly convicted of selling military secrets to the Germans. 4 years later, his conviction was upheld despite more evidence that he was innocent. Cultural figures throughout Europe responded and took sides, and this became a matter of conscience for Grieg. He condemned the miscarriage of justice and canceled an upcoming concert appearance in Paris. As a result of this, Grieg received, shall we call it, hate mail? A lot of letters expressing anger at his side in the issue. Grieg didn't back down. In a letter to a French colleague, he wrote, "Yesterday I received a letter addressed to the, quote, Jewish composer Edvard Grieg. So it has come to this. I am proud of it. A hurrah for Mendelssohn." That, of course, referring to the German Romantic composer Felix Mendelssohn, a composer of Jewish ancestry who also battled anti-Semitism in his life. Grieg continues, "Nonetheless, I believe that the impulsive passions of the French people will soon give way to a reasonable view, more in keeping with the 1789 Human Rights Proclamation of the French Republic. I hope this primarily for the sake of France, but also for my own sake, so that I can see your beautiful country once more." Grieg did indeed return to France 4 years later, but the French media had not forgotten his involvement in the Dreyfus Affair. The composer Claude Debussy, at that time working as a music critic for a magazine, wrote of this concert appearance by Grieg, saying, quote, "Grieg is the Scandinavian composer who was scarcely kind to France at the time of the Dreyfus Affair. Grieg declared that never again would he set foot in a country which understood freedom so ill. Consequently, France had to get on without Grieg, but apparently Grieg could not get on without France. Even though one is a Scandinavian, one is still human." This French Serenade by Grieg reminds me very little of French music. It sounds a lot like Norwegian music, and it sounds like Grieg. But clearly Grieg's relationship to France makes for an interesting study of how music and politics mix.